Welcome to Don't Panic, a narrative fiction weekly horror podcast hosted by me, Dawson Henry. I publish a series of episodes each month to tell new, thrilling stories no one has ever heard before. So if you enjoyed this week's episode and want to continue to support us, visit our page at don'tpanic.com to stay tuned to our latest episodes, or support us by checking out any of our earlier episodes. I'm hosting this week. My name is Dawson Henry, and it is my pleasure to tell you the story of Recovered Audio Log number 14.
The date is May 18th, 1994, covering the questioning of Lenana Price on the charge of 4 counts of murder. Presiding officers are Officer Dailey with Officer Sanchez. Hello, Ms. Price. Are you aware of the allegations charged against you?
Yes.
You are aware that whatever you say can and will be used against you in a court of law?
Yes.
Do you promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Is it true that you murdered Ian Geisler, Junior Ramirez, Melissa Johnson, and Nicholas Brecken?
No.
Do you understand the evidence presented against you? I'll admit with your reluctance to come forth with an explanation could gravely diminish your case. These are the images captured at the scene when the authorities arrived. Would you care to explain? Ian Geisler was found dead from blood loss due to an open wound in his lower abdomen, wound seemingly caused by a sharp object. Junior Ramirez was found dead due to active flames. Burn marks and remains suggest he expired in a campfire. Melissa Johnson was found dead with broken bones and bruising around her neck. Results suggest brute force. Nicholas Brecken was found dead.
I understand.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
Then please explain what happened on the night of May the 12th.
It all started fine. Our group hung out at any opportunity we could. Melissa, Ian, and me were childhood friends growing up. But we didn't start hanging out with Beck and Junior till the start of high school.
Did your group of friends ever have regular moments of confrontation or maybe bad blood?
No, it was never anything like that. We teased each other, sure, and sometimes it got out of hand, but never anything serious. We built our fort in the woods when we were sophomores. Well, freshmen for junior. We thought the best way to send us off into the world before graduation was to have one last night together. Somewhere that reminded us of when we were young.
Turner's Park, correct?
Yeah. The night it all happened was when... Then we were all invited and agreed. So we told our parents what we were doing. Well, some of us did. We picked each other up in Beck's old beat-up truck and made our way to the park.
Beck is Nicholas Brecken, correct?
Yeah. The night was normal until it wasn't. We were telling stories and reminiscing over the last 4 years. We talked about the time when Junior placed third in the track meet and when Melissa and Ian almost froze over playing their instruments in the parade. Then we started telling each other ghost stories around the campfire. It seemed childish. That was the point. They were all dumb, every one of them. We realized how much we sucked at telling scary stories. Everything just turned into us laughing at each other. Until Beck started. He told us the story of a kid, a long time ago, that died in the same woods. It wasn't interesting till Junior told us that it was true and happened 10 years ago.
Disappearance of Bryce Siegler, case number 22732. Pull for a further evaluation. I apologize, Ms. Price. Continue.
Beck went on about how this kid went to the same high school as us and how Turner Park was his favorite place to rest after school. Bryce apparently went there every day to draw, read, or just enjoy nature. Then one day, he wasn't alone in the woods. The story sent chills down everyone, but to me, it just sounded like Beck was pulling it all out of his ass. But then, as soon as he was telling how the kid supposedly went missing, he stopped because we all got scared when a branch came crashing down. Everyone jumped up scared, and that's when Ian ran off back towards the parking lot. We yelled for him, but he didn't turn around. That's when Beck decided to go after him, saying that maybe he got a little carried away.
Would you care to recall what happened to Ian?
We waited for a long time for Beck, and maybe Ian, to come back. But they didn't. Melissa was getting nervous, and Junior was getting irritated at her. Melissa yelled at Junior, telling him that me and her were going home. Junior refused to move and stayed by the fire. We were only a few minutes away from getting to the parking lot when we saw it.
What exactly did you see?
Ian was laying in the dirt and he wasn't moving. I heard Melissa gasp and I was just as afraid, but that's when I turned around to see her covered in blood and a shadow standing behind her holding her up.
A shadow?
He didn't speak at first, then he picked up immediately where the story left off. Bryce didn't disappear.
Do you understand what your recollection of this case is inferring, Miss Price?
Yes. Beck killed them.
Miss Price, Beck was found dead after discovering the whereabouts of the others.
I killed Beck. When the keys were missing to the car, I ran so fast I couldn't see in front of me, especially with it being in the middle of the night. It wasn't until I saw the fire that I knew I had to get to Junior. By the time I reached him, he was already there limp in the fire and Beck standing over him. I still, even now, don't understand how he got there before me. But I broke down in tears as soon as I realized, and I tried running away, but every time I looked back, his shadow was closer. Then I ran into his chest, and he picked me off the ground by my hair. I'll never forget his face and what he said to me.
Leanna, what did he say to you?
Now this is a night to remember. All of us together, one last time. Aren't they all beautiful? They all look like my drawings. Disappearance. No one can call this a disappearance. I saw it, right there at my feet. The branch that started all of this. I punched him in his face with everything I had, and during the confusion, I drove the edge of the branch into his stomach. It shouldn't have killed him if he didn't fall on top of it. That's when I called my parents, and they sent the police.
Leanna, listen to me carefully. This story will not hold up in a court of law, but I believe you.
It doesn't matter. He's right there.
Thank you for listening to the Don't Panic podcast. Recovered audio log number 14 was written and produced by Dawson Henry and performed by Gabrielle Stoll as Leanna Price and Wes Henry as Officer Dailey. And more episodes are yet to come. To keep up with our latest episodes and to watch some of our previous episodes, check us out at our website, don'tpanic.com. Or support us by joining our socials to become one of our members with the Don't Panic community. On behalf of the Don't Panic podcast crew, we want to thank you for being a supporter.